Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the flight deck. We're here in Winnipeg, as you can see. It's beautiful Sim Add-ons Winnipeg Airport. Flying with Kevin today. We're heading from here, continuing our tour of Canada. We are heading off to Regina, Saskatchewan today. So over the next few legs, we're going to hit all the capitals of the provinces. So we're in Winnipeg, Manitoba right now, heading to Regina, Saskatchewan. Then it'll be Calgary, Alberta, and Victoria, British Columbia. But we're sitting here at the gate, gate 10 at the terminal here in Winnipeg, flying the retro vintage Air Canada A320, and we'll be heading off to, as I said, Regina. Short flight today, just about an hour or so. And we have ATC up at the moment. We'll see if they're still here when we're ready for our clearance. But let's hop on board. We can start getting ready to go. There's Kevin off in the distance doing his thing as well. Alright, so we are on board the aircraft here at gate 10. You can see into the terminal, looking very lovely. So we'll get ourselves up and ready to go. So flight tracking is on. Cockpit preparations are done. We'll get the armrest up. Parking brakes are set. Ground power is connected. External power is on. Batteries 1 and 2 are on. And I think we can start getting our passengers on board as we get ready to go. So let's bring this up and we will request boarding.
Boarding requested.
Alright, so boarding is going to start. We're going to come up to the Deers here, and there's 1, 2, and 3 are on. Evac set to Captain Purser. Signs are on in the back. We'll get our lights on. There's nav system 1 is up. Okay, well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Hopefully it stabilizes a little bit. A little extra carrot for the gerbils should help. So there's the lights are on. Crew oxygen is on. Generators 1 and 2 are on and in fault. Cabin heat will turn down a notch.
Crew?
Packs 1 and 2 are on and in fault. We do our tests for the fire systems. There's the APU, engine 1, engine 2. That's all good. Emergency exit lights are now armed. Icing indicator standby compass is on, and cargo heat is set to cold. Alright, so it sounds like everybody is coming on board. Let's pop down here and we'll take a look at the system here. We'll import our flight plan.
Hello. Thank you.
Keep forgetting that in this time frame for this aircraft, they are using pounds and not kilograms. I will remember this one day. Let me just rebuild the SimBrief profile using pounds. We'll re-import. There we go. So that is good. 41 minutes to go. We can come over here, take a look. Everything is hooked up and loading, and we have 140 passengers, 6.6 tons of cargo, and 14.3 imperial tons of fuel. Actually, that probably wouldn't be 14.7 tons because it's 2,000 pounds per imperial ton, I think it is. But anyway, 14,000 pounds of fuel roughly. So let's head over to Roger's side. We can get him into the messages so that we are ready. We'll get rid of that one. And we can start doing our initialization here. So we are good. Update tomorrow for the nav data, which is fine. Initialization, and we'll bring in the flight plan. Now apparently we're using the Keras 1 departure, so let me go in and make a change there. You want the Keras 1 departure. Oh, we're going all the way up there. Okay. It's really going to take us out far. It's a Keras 1 departure and then okay, well, that's fine. Gets it out of Winnipeg anyway. Today we're flying Air Canada ACA 8190. We'll get that in. Cost index of 25. We're going up to a cruise level of 340 today. Come in and grab our winds. You can change it in the EFB. Change what? Oh, the thing, no, because it's just going to do it every time I load in, so I just got to remember. And it probably would have been done in metric anyway, so that's fine. Let's go into our flight plan. We want our fuel, block fuel for today is 14.3, and our reserves are going to be 2,300 pounds. So that is set. Yeah, well, I'll leave it. I'm going to realism here. I gotta leave this until we get everyone loaded on board and I get the final figures. But with that said, let's take a look and see what the ATIS says. So the ATIS says weather 020 at 13, 10 miles visibility, few clouds, 500 feet, few at 5,000 feet, few at 7,200 feet, 29 degrees. Ooh, it's hot out here. 2975, so let's get that dialed in. There's 2975. We'll do the same on the other side since they are not synced. And that's about 780, so we'll bring that down to about 780. Should be about there-ish. I'm going to pull the standby out. There we go. Get that ungimbaled. And if we go in and look at our departure now on the Keras 1B, maintain 4,000 feet. So we'll set 4,000 as our initial. And let's take a look at the rest of this. Approach, IFR approach, RNAV Zulu Yankee or ILS runway 36. Landing and departing 36, simultaneous in effect, and we have info Delta. So we're on runway 36 of Keras 1. Initial altitude 4,000 feet. Alright, so frequency for ATC. She's a ground controller, 121.9. 121.9.
Winnipeg ground is going to be stepping away for about 5 minutes.
122.8 is set as our standby. All right, let's. Well, somebody was just talking to him there. I'm not seeing anyone else on the ground. There's a Delta that I think he just landed.
Hello.
Yeah, I heard something about somebody going away for 5 minutes. That's fine. We'll wait for him to come back as we wait for everything to. No, I think he stepped away. I heard him say that he was stepping away for 5. Hey, Dark, how's everything going? We're flying from Gatwick to LAPZ. Is that Pisa? In Italy? That's a nice flight. Nice evening flight over there. But yeah, doing well. Doing okay. Heading off to an aviation museum tomorrow, so there'll be no stream tomorrow, but gonna go do a little bit of sightseeing. since it is summertime. And it is the time to do all this type of stuff. Alright, so altimeters are set. We don't have our SWAT code. We can turn on PWS and GCS. Now we're waiting for our loading, which will happen once we're done with everything else. Just waiting for the controller to come back so we can do our clearance. Of course, it picks now, just as I'm about to call him. Everybody coming in. I don't know why they got the back doors open. Interesting how the sign says taxi 10 stop depending on where you're zoomed out to. Oh, you're gone for 2 weeks, Kevin. Ah, I see. I knew you were gone for a little bit. Looks like we are in there, so let's quickly head down to the flight plan. Since we know he's given us the Keros, that's what he gave to Kevin. So we're going to be departing off of runway 36. We're doing the Keros 1 departure. We'll enter that in. There we go. And then we'll be vectored off manually to LIVB. We make our way over to CYQR. I have set up for the RNAV Zulu runway 26, given that the winds in Regina are currently 240 at 11. So let's go here. We'll go arrival. Again, we're doing the RNAV Zulu for runway 26. We're going to be coming in on the Kimka 6 arrival. And we will insert that.
And attention all aircraft, Winnipeg ground is back on frequency.
There we go. Winnipeg ground, good afternoon. Air Canada 8190, A320, gate 10, looking for clearance over to Regina.
And Air Canada 8190, Winnipeg ground, clear to the Regina Airport via the Keros 1 departure, flight plan route, departure runway 36, squawk 4714.
Cleared via runway 36 on the Keros 1 and squawking 4714, Air Canada 8190.
Air Canada 8190, Winnipeg ground, feedback correct, pushing steady to your discretion, contact me when ready to taxi.
Roger, we'll contact for taxi, Air Canada 817, or 8190. 4714, or, sorry, 14 is in. Everyone is loading. We have our route in now. We come back over here. And there we go. Everyone is now on board. So if we come over here, we can go load aircraft, instant load. We can dismiss. And we can get our...
We are ready to go when you are.
Thank you. We can get our numbers now. So all that is done. There's our ground services
Hello, ladies and
are
gentlemen.
done. We are on the
I would love to
GPU
welcome
and
you aboard
chocks
our
at the
flight.
moment.
When you find your seat,
But we'll go into
please be
performance
sure to place your larger
calculations.
carry-on items in the overhead bins and
So we're going to be
smaller
taking
items
off
underneath
on runway
in front of
36,
you.
surfaces
Unless you're in the
dry,
front row,
flaps
please
1,
place all of your items
packs
in
are
the
on,
overhead bin.
load sheet,
If you have
final
any trouble
numbers,
finding a location for your carry-on
will
items,
sync,
please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to
and
assist you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close the
we'll
bin
get our
as a courtesy
performance
to other
information.
passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as
There's
well.
our preliminary
If you are
load
seated
sheet.
in an emergency exit
Give us
row,
our final.
please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the
Quickly
seat back
pop
in
out.
front of
We'll
you.
go back over
Please
here.
make
We'll
sure you are
force the
willing and able
final.
to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a
There we
flight
go.
attendant know so you can be reseated. Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process.
So our zero
but
fuel
we
weight
do
is
ask that
128.4.
laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
And our our center of gravity zero fuel weight is 29.3.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and
There we
welcome
go,
aboard
and that is
flight
all good.
A190. Our flight time will be roughly
Into our
48
performance
minutes.
page, we
Now
can
that the
come
cabin
back
door is
over
closed,
here.
please make sure that all
141,
devices are in
141,
airplane
and
mode and your large
143
devices
are our
now
V
shut down and
speeds.
stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position
They are
before
now
departure.
set.
Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and
We
cross-check.
are flaps 1 neutral trim and a 67-degree flex. And that is all set. We can come over here. We will accept the final load sheet and we can put Roger into the flight plan page. And there we go. So altimeters are set. Transponder 4714 is set. PWS GSC is on. Fuel loading and boarding is complete. APU is coming online now. We'll get that turned on. Looks like Kevin is pushed. Waiting for the flap to open. There she goes. Yeah, Derek, it's going to be a good series flying through Canada. A lot of interesting airports we'll be going into. All right, 30%. Just winding up. It's 50%. Everything's clicking and thunking and stuff in the background. 95% APUs available, generators are online, bleeds are available. We'll get everything switched over and on. So APU is on. External power we will disconnect. Takeoff data 141, 143 is set. FCU managed 4000 managed is set. Flight directors are on both sides. Radios are set. We can come over here now, head into our ground services, tell them to remove the chocks, remove the GPU from the aircraft, bring up the flight and the route page.
And Winnipeg Grand North Air 963, we're ready for taxi.
Let's wait for Kevin to go
And
by.
North Air 965, runway 36, wind 02013, altimeter 297 taxi via Echo Hotel Charlie, cross runway 31, hold for runway 36.
Echo Hotel Charlie. Where is that? Echo
And if you run up runway
Hotel
36
Charlie.
via
Ah,
Echo Hotel Charlie, crossing runway
it's
31.
taking them way out and around the
North Air 965.
place, which is
North
fine.
Air 9635, Winnipeg Grand, not a problem, altimeter 2975.
Echo Hotel Charlie.
Fantastic, we have that in there. Thanks a million for North Air 969 Air 65.
All right, so push back. There she comes. Now we're just gonna wait for Kevin to get past us.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Dark, sorry, I'm just reading through the stuff. It looks like you had some issues with YouTube. You lost your account or something? Oh, that's not good. There goes Kevin. And here they come. Get ready for the push.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
So it looks like we're not taxiing via the apron. He's putting us out onto the perimeter taxiway that runs around. So we are going to go with, let's get the right orientation here. Nose right, tail left.
Locking gear.
Nose wheel steering is disconnected. Alright, so beacon light is on. Fuel pumps are coming on. Aircraft is being lifted.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Started wheel.
Kevin, we are clear behind. And starting engine number 2. So ignition mode selector goes to start and starting engine number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap.
Interesting
To
thing, for
fasten,
some reason the
insert the
stream
metal
did not
fittings
start
into
on
one another.
Twitch today.
Tighten by pulling on the loose end of
Not
the strap.
sure why.
To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt
Not
light
a
is
great
not
loss,
on,
since
we
that's just
suggest
kind of
that
a
you keep your
secondary
seatbelt fastened in case of
place I
unexpected
stream.
turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please
There
take
goes
a few
Kevin
moments
there.
now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to
Alright,
evacuate
there's
the aircraft,
18.
lower
Engine
level
1
lighting
is
will guide you
stable.
towards the exit. In the event
Our
that
engine
the
2
cabin
is stable,
loses
starting
pressure,
engine
an
1.
oxygen mask will drop right in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth and secure the elastic band behind your head. Tighten the straps if necessary and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate,
Parking
oxygen is
brake.
flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or
Waiting your
someone who requires
confirmation for a
assistance,
good engine
secure your
start.
mask first and then assist others. Leave your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it.
Looking very old school there, the red and white.
The red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow
There's
through the mouse to use
18.3. We
manual
can
inflation.
tell them we've got a good
If
start.
that's
Cockpit to
the
ground.
window light,
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon as possible and leave your belongings. Once again, all devices must be in airplane mode and your larger devices must be turned off and stowed at this time.
And there we go.
Please securely stow your personal
Tug is
items.
disconnected.
Make
Engine
sure
1
your
is
seatbelts
available.
are
So
fastened in
generators
straps and trace
1 and
cables
2
in
are
full
on.
upright
No
position.
faults.
We
Ignition mode
remind you that
selector
this
is
is a
set to
non-smoking flight.
normal.
Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the
Probe
smoke
heats
detectors
are
is
on
located in
automatic.
laboratories
Engine
and
anti-ice
flight
not
level.
required.
All
Packs
this
1 and 2
information
are
and
on.
more
No
can be found in the
faults.
safety card located in the
Flaps.
seat back in
1
front
plus
of you.
F.
We suggest reading this and letting a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Trim will be neutral. And flight control
Tow
check.
truck disconnected.
Full left,
Bypass
full
pin
right,
removed.
neutral, full forward, full back,
Left is clear.
neutral,
Right is clear.
full left rudder, full right rudder, neutral. APU bleed, APU is off. FCP is set for departure. Engine instruments are checked and all look good. Taxi light on, tiller on, auto brakes set to max, speed brakes armed. And where is our ground crew? There she is. Got the wave, got the pin, and she walks away. Winnipeg ground, Air Canada 8190, ready for taxi.
Air Canada 8190, runway 36, altimeter 2975, taxi via Echo Hotel Charlie, cross runway 31, hold short runway 36.
Roger, Echo Hotel Charlie, cross 31, hold 36, and 2975 for Canada 8190. Brakes are off. Here we go. We're going to head forward here. We're basically on Echo now. Yeah, make sure that's in. I'm just going to taxi down Echo. The icing pad is off to our left. It comes in very useful here for several months of the year, but we're not going to need it today. And while we roll out here, we'll do our config check, and config is good. Let's follow this around that hotel. Again, this is Sim Add-ons Regina. I'm using a lot of their, oh, there's Kevin way down there. I'm using a lot of their airports for this series, since they're doing a lot of the Canadian airports, especially the mid-size ones like here, Regina, Winnipeg, Victoria. We'll be seeing others as we go through. Just adds a little bit more to the airport rather than the default. So we'll use it to bring some life.
We're prepared for takeoff.
And that's the cabin ready to go.
Northern 9635, sadly Winnipeg Tower is not with us tonight. Over to Unicom 122.1, have a good flight.
Over to Unicom, spin 28, thanks for spinning. Great job for North Air, 9635.
A little bit of a bump in the taxiway here. Looks like we got some pavement heaving. I'm gonna follow this all the way down to Charlie. Kevin's over there lining up. Now the airport we're going to, Regina, I've flown in there in real life. The Regina Flying Club hangared my my airplane while I was flying, that I was using for my trip out west, and they took care of it overnight when we, I think we came in and out both directions if I remember right, flying out to the Rockies and then flying back. That was pretty cool. So this is going to take us down to the bottom of runway 31, which we're going to cross. Keeping our speed around 20 knots here. It's not the smoothest surface. And as mentioned, it is a fairly short flight here. Just under an hour, I think, out to Regina. Just watching on VATSPY. Kevin's on Unicom now, so we're not going to hear him. We'll be making the right turn here on Charlie. And then this will go out to the other side, and then on the other side of 36 is the military apron here at Winnipeg. Some of the Air Force aircraft. We'll follow this around, cross over runway 31. Some water bombers over there on the other side. Tell you, these are getting a lot of use out here right now. All the wildfires we've been having. Alright. Runway 31 approach path is clear. Kevin's up. So as we are going to get kicked over to our Unicom, we're going to just crank ourselves up to 340, which is our cruise altitude. There we go. So as we finish our taxi here, there's no stream tomorrow. I'm going to be out of town. We will be back flying Aurora on Friday. So if you want to fly along, we are flying out of Vancouver, our Aurora home base for the 737, and we're heading down to, I believe it's Jackson, Wyoming on that flight, so it should be interesting. Oh, FBOs and stuff over there. This little float plane. And we're coming up for runway 36, and of course we got the Air Force parking on the other side. Not sure if there's a... Yeah, looks like there's a C-130 sitting over there. There's a couple of them over there. That's pretty cool. I like what they've done. Alright. Get ourselves in here.
Air Canada 8190, Winnipeg ground. Sadly, Winnipeg Tower is not with us tonight. Head over Unicom 122.8. Have a good flight.
Roger, heading over to 122.8. Thanks for the ATC. Have a good day. Alright, so over to Unicom. And we are here. So V speeds are set 141, 143. FCP, nav data, and radios are all checked. Takeoff, nose lights to takeoff. Landing lights are on. Strobes are on. Turn-off lights are on, wing lights are on, transponder is on, TCAS is TARA, weather radar is on, runways identified. Winnipeg area traffic, Air Canada 8190, taking position runway 36.
And Air Canada 8190, just to let you know, I'm not sure if you saw in the chat, but there were massive bumps in the runway, my throttle was thrown off, and also reporting moderate to severe turbulence on the timeout.
Roger, are you running the scenery or is that the fault?
That's with the scenery, so if you have the one by whoever it is, you know, the one that's the same as Thunder Bay, then you're going to have the same thing as me, I'd say.
Roger, we'll watch for that, thanks.
No worries.
Alright, so this could be interesting. Kevin is flying the Boeing. May react a little bit differently. I can see the runway is not entirely smooth. Let's see what happens. Alright, we are set over there, over to 40. Clock is running. Engines up to 40%. Engines are stable. Winnipeg area traffic, Air Canada 8190, rolling runway 36 on the Cara 6 departure. Brakes released. Takeoff power set, man flight 67 degrees, SRS runway enabled, auto throttle blue.
And we're taking something over there, and 96 Mercury, currently is set to Lucy, we are about to command them.
100 knots, a little bumpy. 3-1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up, speed brakes disarmed. Autopilot engaged. We are looking good. It's Winnipeg off our right side. And the Red River there that runs down out of Lake Winnipeg. Throttles back to thrust climb. So Lake Winnipeg is up here. River runs through here. Runs all the way down through the city, down into the U.S. Very prone to flooding in the spring. My takeoff wasn't that bad, Kevin, so not sure why, but it seemed to be okay. So we're going to head all the way up to Karis, and then we will carry on en route. That's through S speed, so slant's coming up. Turn off the extra lights. A little bit bumpy, but not too bad. Come over to our flight plan. Yeah, we're gonna go direct to Live B once we hit Karis. That is our endpoint on the departure. Yeah, it might be. I mean, there was a few bumps, and I could see there were some undulations in the runway. Maybe you just had a little bit of a rougher ride than I did. All right, we're climbing up. Good rate of climb. Three miles from Karis. This is giving us some decent spacing. See the lake here. I doubt it'll paint it. No, it's not going to paint anything. Alright, so we're coming up for Karis. Let's pop over here. We're going to go direct to Live B now. No, go on. Direct to Live B. Insert. And there's our turn.
Gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices.
Alright.
As a reminder,
Landing lights are off, seatbelt
fasten
signs
while
can come
you're
off,
seated
it's
and
fairly
do not
smooth
congregate
and
in the
stable.
galley or near the lavatory.
Arcing around, no sign of Kevin on the TCAS.
You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
But we'll be swinging in behind them. So as we're cleared straight through, we're going to switch over to standard pressure on both sides. There we go. Let's carry on with our climb. Alright, so Kevin's over at Live B, so he's about 20-ish, 25 miles in front of us. He's He's about 15,000 feet above, 14,000 feet above, so good spacing. Beautiful day here, clear skies. Just seeing the odd faint cloud out there. The weather out at Regina hasn't really changed all that much. Saying skies clear, a little bit higher pressure. So we will see how she is when we get there. As you can see, we've only got about 280 miles to go to Regina, so not a long flight today. And no ATC currently at Regina. Let's see if there's anything on the books for there today. No, just the two of us coming in, so quiet day at the airfield there. So as we climb out through 17,000 feet, what we'll do is we'll stay in the cockpit for this flight. I'm going to go to Navigraph. We'll pull up the route map. There we go. You can see there's Lake Winnipeg, and then this is Lake Manitoba. Two massive lakes out here. And we'll bring the route up like that so you can see it on the screen. I'm going to go like that. Now we can bring in the in-flight entertainment. It's going to be short today. Just a little something to keep us entertained while we finish our climb up to cruise. And I will briefly slide the chat up as well, just out of the way of the route map there. Alright, so I'm going to go grab a beverage. You can do the same. And we will catch up when we get a little closer to top of descent, and we'll do our briefing. I'll be in the chat. See you there.
Thanks, Mr. Jackie, for your advice. We'll hurry home to our wives.
We'll have our cupboard filled with supplies when old man Winter arrives.
I don't have to worry. I don't have to care. My coat is very furry. I'm Grizzly Bear.
If you meet Old Man Winter, you'll sing a different tune. It's time that you were safe in bed, for he will be here soon.
Oh, you would run away from home.
You would roam all alone. I told you not to leave your home, but you're a friendly grizzly bear.
Dear Mr. Fox, I'm sorry. Oh, help me out, please do. Take me home to my nice warm bed. I'm freezing through and
Step right up, no crowding, no pushing. The greatest show for children as well as people alike, for only 1/10 of a dime. And it's so funny I have to laugh myself. Now you better hurry.
Over here, this is the one. Don't pay any attention to that punk. See this
right
show,
here, folks, going on. Come on, step right up, mister. Only one seat left, one seat left. Step right up, how many
you get 6 pennies for a nickel here.
You get 7 pennies for a nickel here.
Did anybody say ace?
Not me, brother.
Let me show you a sample.
Oh, yeah. I seen them, boys. Right over here. There's the greatest show of you. Come right in. Here's my ticket.
Come here. I got something that I want you to see. Here's a scene from one of me pictures.
To view this masterpiece, would you load me a penny? For which I will gladly pay you back Tuesday.
We'll be starting our
okay.
We'll be serving complimentary drinks.
Thank you, sir.
Please look in your seat back for our list of complimentary ingredients. Premium drinks are available for a small charge.
Who's that knocking at my door?
Oh, you kid, moving, man.
Hello, tall, tubby, and terrific.
Coochie-coochie-coo.
Oh, he just carried me away. Ain't he wonderful?
I can't move around here without that guy moving in on me all the time.
Bye, come up again.
Back,
What a man.
No, I'd be
Well, the intermission is over right this way. Here's a nickel show for a penny.
I'm expecting a check.
Oh, you're lucky.
Will you advance me a penny, for which I will gladly pay you back Tuesday?
Oh, yeah? Well, I'll think it over yet, fella. Here you are. This one's on the house, There we are. So, there goes that jittle mug now. He thinks he knows a lot about trucking, but I'll show him a thing or two. Well, a voice movement from not paying the rent. Can't play light opera on this one. There we go. That's the best show you ever saw with my money, Oh, hey,
come on, hey, you.
Oh, yes, you got the number of that truck.
I got something over here I want to show you. This is one of the best ones we ever had.
Very well.
Let's see what you got there, fella. What are you trying to do, fan me out or something,
You won't even see this one.
Wow.
Here's the old drop ball. You won't see this one either.
Oh, wow.
No, it's giving a twist ball.
No, it's not satisfactory at all. I do not consider it worth the money.
What are you talking about? That's one of the best pictures we ever made. You don't know what's good.
This guy started on a shoestring and he's gonna end the same way. That's what I... Come on, young fella, right with me. Gave that guy a good license that time. Now here's a picture which is a picture. You pay me Tuesday, All right, batter up, here we go. Right one. Right two, you'll have to do better than that. You'll need 8 balls. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Whoa. Come on, put up your...
Why must we always fight? Can't we be friends?
Oh, you want to make friends, huh? Well, that's all right with me. Let bygones be bygones. Share, like be a good neighbor. That's what I... Oh, hey! Wow. Hey, oh, yeah. Let's go around. Whoa. Hey, out there on sight.
What's wrong with the nine, folks? That's my
Alright, we're working our way up towards our top of descent. As mentioned, this is a short flight over to Regina. Kevin's in front of me, about 18 miles. I've slowed down. I'm going to slow down a little bit more. Just because we're going to have to backtrack on 26 for spacing, so I don't want to be crowding them in too much. So we're slowing down. But let me grab the weather. And winds have come around a little bit, definitely favoring runway 26. So you can see 30 minutes ago, winds 210 at 6 knots, 50 miles of visibility, few clouds at 25,000 feet, 29 degrees, 2979 for the altimeter. So again, not sure what that will be here. We'll wait until we turn over. And then we'll match on that. Density altitude 4,100 feet. Airport elevation is just under 2,000. So yeah, the air is kind of thin. We're going to do a auto brake 2 landing. And full flaps, but we got 6,200 feet. Definitely gonna have to backtrack down and come back to taxiway Papa. But we're looking good. So let's start entering in our information that we are going to need. First will be the weather. So we'll come down here to our performance page. Yes, we're going to enter in our destination data. So QNH, as mentioned, is 2979er. Slightly lower pressure, but it is a hot day down here in Saskatchewan. Winds 210 at 6. Transition altitude of 18,000 feet is fine. Slightly faster approach speed, you can see. Barrel for this runway, it's the RNAV. It's a 250 foot clearance, so 2145 will be the barrel for this. Is now entered in, and we can come back over to our performance. We want to do a quick check on the flight plan. We are landing on runway 26. Again, on the arrival, it's the RNAV Zulu for 26 on the Kemka 6. So that is all fine and good. So we are 30 miles from top of descent. We're showing Kevin ahead of us there. I believe he is descending now. He is. So we'll come over here and we're going to switch to below. There he is in front of us. Again, about 18 miles out. And we're going to keep our speed back. We'll hold 250 on our descent as we head down. So do we have any nav aids we can employ here at the airport? Well, let's go take a look. Not really. I'll do a quick check here. That's not what I wanted. That's what I want. CYQR. Alright, so we have a couple nav aids in the area. We have the Regina beacon. So we can come down here quickly. We have 22 miles to go. So ADF 2, we're going to put in 290. 290. That is the Regina beacon, QR. And then the Regina VOR, which is pretty much centered on the airfield, is 115. Punch that in. That is now in, and that gives us a good thing there. We'll go flight plan over here, fix info, CYQR. We'll enter that in, and we'll punch in our 25-mile radius around there. So we're set up. We can go ADF on 2, VOR on 1. We're 106 miles.
Traffic and order 9655. We are currently 8 miles. Yankee Delta Romeo Beacon. We are at flight level 261. We're on the Kemka 6 level 0 and Zulu 26. We're holding speed 260 after the descent. 250 we're at 10, and on the approach after we will go with speed 160 until 5 p.m.
Alright, so you're not really keeping your speed up a tad. You're gonna go in the minimums. But that's fine. We are gonna hold our speed at 250. So if we come in here, we can go 250. And we'll just hold her there. It's only 18 miles ahead of us. Alright, so you can see the needle for the VOR is showing. The NDB is showing. So we're going to be basically flying over the southern part of the town as we come in. And there's 5 miles. Regina area traffic, Skyways, or correction, Air Canada 8190 leaving flight level 340 on the Kemka 6 arrival, Arnav Zulu runway 26 will maintain 250 knots for the descent. Alright, down we go.
And we're taking traffic north down 665 due to complaints from the Air Canada. We're going to be holding speed 280 knots until 1,000
That's good. So that will hopefully increase us to about 23 miles or so. No, yeah, I know. So I need you to go faster than me to increase the spacing. So we'll see how well we can keep that up. So for our platform altitude, it's 4,000 to intercept the glide slope, but we're doing an RNAV, so we want to go lower than that. So I'm going to set a 2,200 for our final descent altitude. And that is just above minimums. So if we do have a missed approach, we climb to 5,000 feet, try it out on 260 to mid-mo, and then go into a hold for a redirect for a second attempt. Alright, speed is cranking up, so out come the speed brakes. Get us slowing down here. Look, don't bring your F1 references in here. What's that, Cargo Lux, it looks like. It doesn't even have a flight plan filed yet. We'll see. Alright, so I'm holding at 250 knots. Kevin said he was going to do 280 on the way down. So at Erdap, we have to be down to 290. And Erdap is the entry point into the arrival, kind of the initial approach phase. Yeah, I know. So if we're on the approach path at that point, we would be at 5,230 feet. But we're all good. So it is a 3.1 degree approach path. little bit of cloud building up, but nothing to cause any concern for the approach. Again, we're now smack in the middle of prairie country, as you can see. It's always, if you're driving out this way, it's always a little bit of a joy to see lakes and stuff, because they're low points in the ground. It gives you little terrain features, or things like this where the rivers are and that. Other than that, it is just farm country. But again, you can see why they call Canada the land of lakes. Just lakes everywhere, millions of them when you count them all up. We are descending down very well. Doesn't seem to be a chart for parking positions here. So, not sure where the gates are, or which gates are which, but we'll sort that out when we get there. Alright, so I'm doing 250, and somehow I'm getting closer and closer to Kevin. He's not pulling away. And I wasn't I was just doing my normal speed too. I don't know why you were so slow. And you're about 13 miles ahead of me now. Yeah, pulling away. Slowing to 240. You're running on a 5? Oh, geez. Hey, if you can't afford the fuel, you shouldn't fly. I'm actually going to go back to 230. Nice moon out there. We're pretty much going to be doing a straight-in approach here. Regina will come in on the south side and land. The RCMP Training Academy is here, and in fact, if you come in on the north runway, the driving center is just north of the airport.
Tapping your there, 9635. We are currently 8 miles kicks an hour, passing through 10,600, slowing shortly, 250 now.
13 miles away. Yeah, we're going to be slowing down to clean speed very quickly. Alright, let's switch over to local pressure, which is 79. Yeah, I'm aware. And we'll match over here, 18, 2, 1, yeah, that's close enough. Our clean speed is, over here, 210 knots. So we're going to bring it right down to 210. There we go.
And Regina traffic number 9655 for overhead case now. 87900 foot. We are holding a speed of 250 now. We'll be holding this as long as possible. I do think there is a speed restriction of 190 knots at Erda.
Alright, so we have 13 mile separation. Alright, let's get the seatbelt signs on. We'll let them know in the back we're coming down to land. Get the lights all on now. You go on. You go on as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
And if it's 81 in your speed, though, there is a hold at kick now if you think the separation is getting a bit tight.
Yeah, I'm not holding. Or maybe I should. What? No. What was that? No. Oh, something just kicked off. Aircraft just gone ballistic. That's because I was slowing down. Let's see. If I go flight plan, Kekma, hold, inbound course 270. It'll be a left turn. Yeah, you can right turn. That's fine. Go into let's go into performance. Activate approach phase. Manage speed. Let's set our $10,000 foot.
Order for 9655 here. Currently 5 miles there, that's 0.390.
You're going to do the hold, you're doing the hold. And Regina area traffic, Air Canada 8190 in the hold at Kemka. Descending to flight level 1 or 10,000 feet.
Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
Alright, so there's the hold. Coming out for 10,000. We'll do one loop of the hold.
Good, I'm we are overhead air inbound for the Arna Zulu runway 6. That's 5 miles, we're going to be at 160.
Yeah, that'll give us more than 20 miles. Let's get down to that 10,000 foot point. I know it was a short flight, but Kevin, did you have to throttle along to extend your flight time? I know you get paid by the hour, but geez. Yeah, I know I went into A floor. It's because I was trying to create space. Alright, there's 10,000 feet. We're going to hold here. So come around and then we'll release out of the hold on the other side.
And yes, we can pivot there.
We should be doing a left turn actually. I don't know why it didn't let me switch that over to a left. Unless I had to type L and then enter it in. Probably did. There's no one else around, so we'll do a right pattern here. So once we come around the corner, I will get us back en route. And there's the joys of the hold. Alright, so Kevin's almost down. Just doing a nice half rate turn. Sure why my VOR one needle is not showing here, but that's fine. That's the NDB. There we go. So we're going to do an immediate exit. Go to our performance. Deviation. Regina area traffic, Air Canada 8190 leaving the hold at Kekma. Continue on the Kekma 6 arrival for the RNAV runway T6. Hold here until we reach our descent point. There's Regina ahead. The airport's over here. It's pretty much straight in at this point. Let's keep an eye on things. As mentioned, we have to be at 190 at Erdap, which is where we're headed now. And we'll go flaps 1, that's 187.
H190 cross traffic departing runway 30 knots on 350.
There's the deviation coming in. So we got traffic down there. There's our final approach. There we go, we're starting down. Speed brakes out again.
Crossing momentum 3-1, we're controlling on Tampa 2 meters.
Now we're heading down to 4,000 feet. Descending through that all the way down on the approach. Of course, we'll take over when we're about 500 feet above the ground. Everything is looking good. We have, looks like the cargo plane has taken off with no flight plan and not on the radio, so that's always nice to see. Drop the first stage of flaps when we hit Erdap. We're trying to maintain our speed. If we don't put the speed brakes out, we will accelerate. There's the airport ahead. Showing 18 miles to the VOR. See the airport lights there. Coming in over the bottom end of the town. For those that are interested, this is the Trans-Canada Highway. Runs from coast to coast. There are various names as you go through the country, but basically you can drive from the Atlantic coast to the Pacific coast on pretty much one highway. Alright, there's 4 miles to Erdap. We're going to go flaps 1. Bring the speed brakes in, let the aircraft slow on its own. Said we should be at 52.30 when we cross. We're 2 miles out, 54.60. It's not bad. Coming up for 10 miles, final dig of the cabin. Lights are all on, seatbelt signs are on. Just gear and flaps now. One mile, we're at 53.20. About 900 feet to go. For our confirmation. One crossing now, 52.20, bang on. There we go, going down to the proper glide path. Terrain radar is on, but there's really nothing out there. It is very flat. Not required. Ideally, we'd have the weather radar on, but again, it's very flat.
$2,500.
There we go, flaps 2. There's downtown Regina coming into view. Regina named after Queen Victoria. And the Latin for the female form of monarch, or king is Rex. Alright, there's 180 knots. Gear down. And speed brakes armed. You're at stand 5? Okay. It's 1,400 feet, flaps 3. Hazy out here. I wonder if that's the result of the wildfires.
1,000.
Flaps full. Gear down 3 green, lights are on, cabin is notified. Flaps are full, landing memo, no blue. Brakes on the medium. Speed brakes are armed.
$500.
I have control. Slight crosswind coming in from the left. Slightly high.
100 above.
Runway's clear.
Minimum.
Landing.
$100. 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Oh, that's a little bit rough on that one. All right, auto brakes 2, reverse is full. There's 60 knots, reverser's idle, reverser's off, and manual braking.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is
Not my best
3:04
landing.
p.m. and it's currently about 29 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
Regina area traffic, Air Canada 8190, backtracking runway 26 to taxiway Papa.
We thank you for flying with us.
Alright, let's get the tiller on. Get ourselves centered. That was rough. I don't want to even look at the number for that one. Flaps up, speed brakes up. Lights off. Regina area traffic, Skyway or Air Canada 8190 taxiing to the apron via Papa, crossing 3-1, Mike and apron. All right, let's see. Kevin City's at gate 5. We'll go into gate 4. Yeah, Air North can do it. Lower G count and more accurate than here as well. Keep it going straight. Ooh, 1.12 G's and a minus 713. Ouch. That's a hard hit. That is a very hard hit. But, you know, it doesn't count against me because that was Roger's leg he was flying. So, blame the co-pilot. That's the best way to do it. So as I mentioned before, there's no stream tomorrow. We will be back on Friday with Aurora flying to Jackson, I believe, Wyoming. Hope you can join us then. Taxiing here into our spot. What was that for? There's no side stick. I hope they fix that error in version 2. There's a whole bunch of people here at the airport. A little tight, but let's do it. Let's get the light off. We did say we were going in on 4. Here we are. That should be fine. You can't blame me, you gotta blame your co-pilot. You're the one that was Sunday driving up in the sky. No urgency. Alright. You know, buddy, it would help if you stood in front of the pole, not behind the pole. See where he put me. Well, it's pretty close. Good enough for government work, as they say. So, yeah, don't cut the engines. Let's get over here. We will get the guys to get the ground services up and connected. GPU and the chocks. External power is now on. Flight directors can come off. And shut down. Engine control levers are now both off. Beacon light will come off. Nav lights we will stay on. Fuel pumps will all now come off. And deboarding can begin.
The boarding requested.
And here we are. Well, welcome to Regina. We're back again Friday, as mentioned, and we carry on our tour of Canada. I think it's next week. Not sure. My schedule's a little up in the air for the next little while, but we will see you on the next one. Kevin, thank you very much for flying. Thanks for watching. If you want to come and join us, All my streams are open to the community. You're more than welcome to come and fly along. Discord is where you can find out all the information. Links are in the description. I've also thrown it up in the
Passengers
YouTube
deboarding
chat.
start.
No, you can't deboard yet. You haven't brought the jetway over. Or is this a jetway that doesn't really exist? Anyway, that's going to do it for today. We will see you all on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.